plane crashes, leaving tragedy in its wake. But for years after, passengers and crew report seeing the ghosts of Flight 401, silently watching from the shadows. Is it a case of collective trauma or proof of life after death? Welcome to Dark Stories, where we unravel the mystery of the ghost of Flight 401. Eastern Airlines. Flight 401 was a routine trip from New York City to Miami on December 29, 1972. On board were 163 passengers and 13 crew members, including Captain Robert Loft and flight engineer Don Repo. But just before midnight, tragedy struck. The plane crashed into the Florida Everglades, killing 101 people. It was one of the deadliest aviation disasters of its time. However, the real story begins after the crash. In the months that followed, eerie reports began to surface. Passengers and crew aboard other Eastern Airlines flights started seeing apparitions resembling Captain Loft and Don Repo. What made these sightings even more chilling? These flights were using salvaged parts from Flight 401. One flight attendant claimed she saw a man in a captain's uniform sitting in the galley. When she tried to speak to him, he vanished. Pilots reported seeing Don Repo in the cockpit, warning them about mechanical issues. On one occasion, his ghost reportedly pointed out a faulty part, preventing a potential disaster. So, what's behind these ghostly encounters? Some believe it's residual trauma from the crash, a way for the mind to process grief. Others think the spirits of Captain Loft and Don Repo are watching over the planes, ensuring no one else suffers their fate. Interestingly, Eastern Airlines quietly removed all salvaged parts from other planes, and the sightings reportedly stopped. Coincidence or something more? The crash of Flight 401 was a tragedy that left deep scars on the aviation community. But for those who've experienced the paranormal, it's also a reminder that some spirits refuse to rest until their story is told. What do you think? Are the ghosts of Flight 401 real, or just the result of imagination and grief? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more dark and mysterious tales from around the world.